Hello and welcome back to Linus Nunchuck, where today I'll be teaching you how to fight with nunchucks. So given the extremely unlikely chance that you'll just be walking around the streets and someone will come up to you and you reach behind you and pull out a pair of nunchucks, you at least want to know how to use them. The difference between performing nunchucks and actually fighting with nunchucks is that things such as wrist rolls and throws are not usable. Instead, you'll be using a lot more redirects, grabs, and strikes. There are two main sets of moves to use when you're fighting someone. The first is if a person is closer than arm's length to you, and the second is if a person is further away than a foot longer than arm's length. So the first best way to defend yourself when someone is closer than arm's length away is to strike using the back part of the nunchucks, going downward either onto an area of their body or onto their head in order to knock them down. Another great move to use when someone is closer to you is to use the chain in order to wrap around points of their body, such as their arms, after you block, and to bring them in close to you. What you can also do is try going around their head, wrapping around, and pulling them downwards towards you onto the floor. Before doing this move, make sure to have a proper stance so that when you wrap around their neck or their arm, they can really pull with your entire body and bring them down. Make sure that during a fight with nunchucks that you also keep your other hand up and slightly angle your feet, so in case they get within arm's length of you, you can just throw a jab and hit them that way. Kicks, such as a standard front kick, are great ways to push your opponent further away from you so you can strike them with the actual nunchucks. So when your opponent is further than a foot further away than arm's length, you can hit them with the actual nunchucks. The best part to hit them with is this end point right here. If the nunchucks are swung correctly, this end point will not break bones, but shatter them. Try aiming horizontally for points such as their shins in order to sweep out their legs. One of the most effective moves to use in a fight is to bring your nunchuck behind to the other side, going across your body. Starting on this side, do a redirect, bring it up, do one turn, and then bring it down. This will give you a lot of power to really put into your strike. One of the most important things that is often forgotten in a fight is to move your feet. Because when someone throws a punch at you, don't just block their punch, but also move your feet and get away from the punch. You can try moving inwards in order to punch them back, or you can move backwards after blocking and then strike them with your nunchucks. The move known as the strike and tuck is a great way to intimidate your opponent and accurately hit your opponent. If you'd like to see my video on those, click up here or check the description below for the link. One of the worst places to be in a fight is surrounded by people. So, if you're surrounded by a group of angry people, then what you should do is try spinning in order to move them back or to keep them from hitting you, and then aim for two people. Because if you hit just two people or one, what you can do is create a gap in the circle that you can sprint through to get out of there. If you'd like to know more strikes and grabs that you can use while you're fighting, go check out my two videos on those, one on strikes and the other on grabs, by either clicking up here or using the links in the description below. But sadly, there is one thing that nunchucks cannot defend you from, and that is if someone is standing several feet away from you with a gun. In this case, the only two things that you can do is set down your nunchucks, raise your hands, and beg for your life. But that's the reason why ninjas also carry throwing knives. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more tutorials coming in the future, and go check out some of the other tutorials that I have on my channel.